Rise early, rise hungry. Success doesn't sleep in. It's not found under warm blankets or in the haze of a snooze button. Success shows up in the silence. When the rest of the world is quiet, when the city lights flicker out, and the only sound is your own breath and heartbeat. That's when the winners get to work. See, there's something sacred about the early hours, something powerful. The air feels different at 5 a.m. Thinner, sharper, like it's laced with opportunity. While most are still lost in dreams, the successful are building theirs. They're up not because they have to be, but because they choose to be. Because they've trained themselves to crave the edge that the morning offers. I remember one morning on set, sun hadn't even cracked the horizon yet, crew's not there, studio's dark, but I'm already in wardrobe, script in hand. My coach used to say, you want to beat them, start before them. That stuck with me, because it's not about being better than anyone else, it's about being better than the person you were yesterday. And that battle starts before sunrise. When you rise early, you tell the universe, I'm ready. Ready to hustle, to learn, to grind. You declare your seriousness. The bed may call you with comfort, but your dream should call you louder. And if it doesn't, maybe it's time to get a bigger dream. Tim Cook starts his day at 4:30. I am Kobe Bryant, God rest his soul, used to get up before the trainers even arrived. Michelle Obama, up at dawn to take care of herself before she takes care of the world. You think that's a coincidence? That's commitment. It's not easy. It's not always pretty. Some mornings your body says no, your mind says later, but you get up anyway. That's discipline. That's what separates the good from the great, the dreamers from the doers. Because when you own your morning, you don't chase the day chases you. So set that alarm, beat the sun, and when it rises, make sure it rises on you. Already moving, already winning. Wake up not just early, but hungry. Hungry for growth, hungry for greatness, hungry to become the person the world hasn't met yet, but will never forget. Before the phone starts buzzing, before the emails flood in, before the kids are asking for breakfast or the boss is calling your name, there needs to be a moment that belongs to you, just you. No noise, no distractions, just quiet. Successful people understand something that most of us overlook. The world moves fast, but clarity only comes in stillness. Whether it's meditation, prayer, deep breathing, or simply sitting in silence, those first moments of the morning shape the energy you bring into the day. Because before you lead others, you have to lead yourself. And you can't lead yourself if you're constantly reacting to the world around you. There was a time in my life when everything felt like it was spinning. Career decisions, family pressures, expectations I put on myself. I started waking up earlier, not to work more, but to be still. 10 minutes, 15. I'd close my eyes, breathe deep, and just listen. And in that quiet, I heard my own voice again, the one that gets drowned out by the noise of the world. The voice that says, you've got this. Stay steady. Walk with purpose. I've known athletes who meditate before every game. CEOs who begin their day in prayer before touching a single spreadsheet. Artists who light a candle and just sit with their thoughts before a single stroke of the brush. It's not about religion. It's about ritual. It's about grounding. You don't need a fancy mat, incense, or mantras in Sanskrit. You just need to be still, because in that stillness, you get stronger. The world will pull you in 100 directions the moment you open your eyes. But if you take that time, just a few minutes, to center yourself, you build a kind of armor, the kind of mental clarity that keeps you focused when the day throws curveballs, the kind of peace that can't be shaken by traffic, bad news, or someone else's mood. I'm telling you, There's power in silence. Real power. When you step into it, you find your balance, your rhythm, your compass, that inner voice that reminds you who you are and what you're here to do. Because it's not about waking up and rushing. It's about waking up and aligning. Mind, body, spirit. Starting the day, not with chaos, but with calm. Not with reaction, but with intention. That's how leaders rise, not louder, but deeper. Not first, but centered. And when you're centered, you can face anything. The body is the first tool you are ever given. Not your phone, not your car, not your degree, your body. And every morning you get the chance to either neglect it or activate it. See, motion creates momentum. When you move your body first thing in the morning, you're not just waking up your muscles. You're waking up your mind, your heart, your purpose. I remember being on a film set years ago. Long shoot days, heavy dialogue, the kind of work that drains your spirit if you're not ready for it. I asked a fellow actor how he kept his energy so high, always in rhythm, always locked in. He said, "I sweat first thing every morning, even if it's just a walk or some push-ups. I move my body before the world moves me." That hit me. Because he wasn't talking about fitness, he was talking about focus. You don't need a gym membership to do this. You don't need a trainer barking in your ear or some fancy app. All you need is your will. 10 jumping jacks in your bedroom, a 5-minute stretch, a walk down your street with deep breaths. You're not just waking up your muscles, you're sending a message to your brain. We're in control today. We're showing up. You ever notice how different the day feels when you started in motion? You think quicker, you feel more alive, you stand up straighter because you've already done something challenging. You've already kept a promise to yourself. That builds something deeper than muscle. It builds discipline. And discipline is the root of all greatness. It doesn't matter how small you start, just start. Because consistency compounds. What begins as 5 minutes can become 10. 10 can become a lifestyle. And over time, you don't just look different. You carry yourself differently. You walk into rooms with a sense of presence, not arrogance, alignment. Because your body and your mission are in sync. Think of it like this. Your body is a vessel, a machine. And if you want it to carry you toward your goals, toward your legacy, you've got to warm it up. Tune it. Respect it. Every push-up, every deep breath, every drop of sweat is an investment in your future. So when you wake up tomorrow, don't just scroll, don't just yawn and go through the motions. Move, stretch, jump, dance, run, whatever makes you feel alive. Because a moving body unlocks a focused mind, and a focused mind, that's how empires get built. Now let me leave you with this. Every morning, the world gives you two choices. Rise with intention, or just wake up and drift. The people who shape history, the ones who lead, inspire, and build legacies, they don't leave their mornings to chance. It's straight, they own them. They rise early because they know comfort won't build character. They seek silence because clarity doesn't come from noise. They move their bodies because momentum fuels greatness. They set intentions because drifting is the death of dreams. And they feed their minds because a sharper sword still needs a sharper mind to wield it. You don't need to be rich, famous, or perfect to do any of this. You just need to decide. Decide that you're done waking up on accident. Decide that you're ready to meet your future. Not someday, but sunrise by sunrise. Or because legacy, it isn't written in one day. It's carved in the daily. And it starts with what you do when nobody's watching. When the world is still asleep. When it's just you, your breath, and your vision. So I challenge you, not next week, not next month, tomorrow morning. Wake up with fire, start with purpose, and rise like the giant you were born to be. Thank you. Now go own your morning and your life.